Welcome, Richmond Animal League followers and friends. It's Elizabeth Thomas here, and I am here with SGN, the RAL Edition. And you might be wondering, what is SGN? Well, we are big Office fans around here and big fans of John Krasinski. And if you haven't already seen, you need to follow. He's been doing SGN, Some Good News. So we decided we'd do our own edition. So today we're going to be doing SGN, the RAL Edition, Episode 1. We need to let you know we really have no idea what we're doing, and the production value is pretty minimal here. So if you do have some technical abilities and want to help us for our next episodes, please reach out and let us know. But now, let's get right to it. For our first story, last Friday, we were working with some of the dogs that were in our shelter, getting ready to go into foster care, and we ran out of the very essential peanut butter. It's great for training and to keep the dogs from barking when you're on your Zoom calls. But we ran all out, so we put out an ask for you guys out in the community, and this is what happened 1 week later. An entire kennel full of peanut butter. I told you I didn't know what I was doing. I forgot to tell you, Some Good News is just all about good news. Good news that you are making happen in the community. So now let's get to our second story. COVID-19 has really put a damper on our adoptions, but our staff has been hard at work through this whole thing, and we've done 168 adoptions. You have adopted 168 pets during this time. We want to highlight Momedy. Momedy came to us in April of 2019. That was a year ago. She was adopted in May. After a whole year of being with Richmond Animal League and an amazing foster, Momedy was adopted. That's some good news that you made happen. For our next story, you may have seen in the local paper and on Facebook, but it's just too good not to share again. Right at the beginning of everything that started to turn the world upside down, we went out to our friends in Powhatan to bring in an old cat. He was blind, maybe deaf, and really needed a little extra care. Well, a week after he came to us, we got an email that said, "I think you might have my cat." Sure enough, Oreo, who had been lost 9 years earlier, was O'Malley. And his first love, Renee, came and met him, shared his missing picture right there. You can see from 9 years ago. You can see it's a dead ringer right there, guys. And took him back to his home, and we have gotten wonderful pictures and updates that he is loving life back in the home and off the streets. Another piece of great news. You all are amazing. Just an amazing community. This was on our front doorstep this morning. Just a simple thank you card. Are you guys sending notes this time of craziness? A little note just to say thank you, or I appreciate you, or I love you, certainly goes a long way. And speaking of notes, we have a special opportunity for all those grads out there. We have graduation cards, and we know that graduations have just not happened as they normally would. In fact, here at Richmond Animal League, one of our staff members graduated from VCU, and on the day that she should have had her ceremony, she had a drive-by by our volunteers instead, all decked out in gold and black and honking their horns. Next week at Richmond Animal League, we're going to be hosting a graduation ceremony for all of those graduates out there. So if you want your graduate included, let us know, help us out, help the pets out, grab yourself a graduation card, and we will send it to the graduate in your life. All right, guys, that brings me to the end of our first episode of Some Good News, Richmond Animal League Edition. Again, we don't really know what we're doing, but what we do know is that there's amazing, wonderful, good news out there, and that you guys are making amazing things happen, and we want to be able to share it with you. So next week, edition number 2 is going to feature our graduation ceremony. But we want you to be sending us your good news. Do you have good news? Send it to us in an email. You can send it straight to me at elizabeth@ral.org. That's it for today, guys. Have a great one. Thank you so much.